managers, and that may have ruffled.
Alright, it's Hot 97, blazing hip-hop and R&B. Angie Martinez holding you down, always keeping you up to date on what's going on in the streets. Jay-Z is on trial today, man, and he made some time to holler at us. He knows everybody out there is real concerned about him.
I'm Keith the Great reporting to you from Channel 11. We're downtown Brooklyn live.
But he knows he did it.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw him. You know, I turned around and then bam.
You want multi-platinum, dog.
He holding it down for me.
What are you going to say to Jay-Z when he comes out of the courtroom?
Holla, holla, that's what I'm saying.
Who's Jigga?
Jigga's a rapper. He hit me with it, you know. He's trying to front like he didn't do nothing, but he know he did it.
I get it down. Anxiously, the public can't wait.
What's up, Jay? I know, man. We with you, though, dog. You alright, man?
Yeah, today's a big day.
Have to have it way before the due date.
You know everybody up here is with you, and we support you. We got crazy love for you. You know that, right?
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You like Jay-Z?
Guilty.
What's your name again?
Keisha Johnson.
And of course, there's a question here. Is it really guilty before proved innocent?
I thought this was America, people. Yeah. Guilty until proven innocent, huh? That's how we working, huh? Okay. Before me, there was many. After me, there would be none. I am the one. Okay, I see how we playing. Yeah, I get it down. Anxiously, the public can't wait. Had to have it way before its release date. Jigga get irate, press get it f***ed up. Took me 1.8, but I had to get it straight. Get the CD, 12-inch vinyl, get the tape. Jigga give it food for thought, dog. Get a plate, I get it down. Get it crunk when I get in the state of mind. It was smart as mine, nobody get the take. I don't bend, break, fold, scratch, go down my mental Rolodex. See these words I just don't know. I know stress, trauma, upset my mama, arrested.
I know, Jason, I love you, man. I'm trying to make a living. I'm guilty, but anyway, I still love you.
Out on bail, 50,000. Still riding with. I ain't trying to collide with folk, but I don't want folk taking Jigga for joke. I guess you just won't. Good morning.
No, you can't touch me. You try to charge me, but I'm not guilty. I've got all of my mommy. Tell me what y'all want from me. I'm not guilty.
I see how you're coming at me now. I'm cool. I'm not the snitch, I don't go to the cops to get rich. I go to the block and pitch. I go with the and click. I go with the that's sick. I go with you hard, I ain't gon' stop for Look at my eyes, dog, right in my pupils. If I'm your rival, why would I have to do you? Fresh try to throw dirt on my name, disturbing my game. Seem happy when they heard he was arraigned. Glad he's indicted. I got big money, big lawyers to fight it. Just like Cochran, so cause you never see me boxed in. Y'all all know it, Jigga's a fighter. Plus I'm claustrophobic, back on the streets before you know it. I'm a word. I heard you. I'ma address each and every one of you suckers. The white press, the block lovers. Hip hop forever. B.I.G. is here. It's all the Tupac covers.
Touch me, no, you can't touch me. You try to charge me, but I'm not guilty. I got all of my mommy. Tell me what you want from me. Not guilty.
And welcome back to TRL. We're live in New York, of course, today.
Got you too. Got Lane tryna with my case.
What the hell is going on with Jay-Z?
In the face.
What is going on with this?
Replace.
I'm just a little upset with somebody right now. I mean, I'm trying to get paid, you know. I feel like I was done wrong, and I don't appreciate it.
You heard the rhetoric. Jigga hit me over the head with a champagne bottle.
I know he
bar.
did.
Can he buy me a car? No. How do y'all equate your pain? Will it all go away if I bought you a range? I got one or two of those. Nothing don't change. For nothing else, you gotta live with yourself. Try and line hold, cause I ride on the road in what most would describe as a rose. No, that's that continental team. The only car that fit intercontinental me, not guilty.
No, you can't touch me. And you wanna charge me when I'm not guilty. I got all my mommy. Tell me what you want from me. Not guilty.
I am the one.
You can't touch me. You can't touch me. Oh, said Jiggle Kelly, not guilty.
He has been found innocent.
Jiggle Kelly, not guilty. I got all my mommy. So tell me why y'all can't see that. Y'all fools can't touch me.
Jigger Kelly, not guilty. I'm so happy he got free. I knew he wasn't guilty. I knew it all along. I felt it. I just knew.
Jigger, I think you straight up, bro. What's poppin', man? One love.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. So, how many of you all got footage of the rally that went on in Chicago? Let's talk about that first. Because I saw a comment in which somebody said the rally was a bust. Somebody said not many people showed up, just bringing up negative energy. And I just feel like people fail to realize it takes a lot to stand up and show up for what you believe in. A lot of people are not able and would more than happily be there. But in the meantime, I wouldn't be discouraged by numbers at this particular stage. Because at this particular stage, we have to first unify. But let's go on to the footage of the person. So I'm going to pause right there, and I'm going to come in with somebody who put a lot of energy into this event. Hello? I'm live right now. This was the best option for me to do it. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me try this again. Yes, I agree. It was very, very beautiful. Um, let me see. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just go live from my other phone and pre-record it. But if I do it like that, it's going to be a delay. Okay, see how I'm gonna maneuver this. Y'all just bear with me. So let me wait till my page refreshes so I could. Hey, Miss Darlene, how you doing? Where's my live feed at? Crazy. Hey, Rudy, how you doing? Here we go. So let me wait till my page refreshes so I could. What the hell? This just kicked me off my live. Thank you, Jermaine. I'm good, Tamika. Thank you. Hey, Miss Unique. I don't know what just happened. With the comments on my YouTube page. Hey, Jasper, how you doing? Hey, Quita. Okay, I'm just waiting on somebody to pop up so I can start this conversation. I seem to be having some difficulties with this live. Shout out to Curtis Williams, Angela Clark, Kathy Rare Breed, Stephanie D, His Queen, Leila Johnson, Ronnie Williams, Travel the World, Watch You Go Crazy, Grown Man Show, Shantae, Latanya Walker, Valerie, Dorothy Chambers, Grown Man Show, Soul Moon Joy, 2774. Soul Moon Joy. Shout out to everybody in the live chat right now. I just realized they just kicked me off this damn Facebook. Let's try this shit again. He said, turn it up. How you doing? Well, I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna play Kenyatta song. How long I stay on this jump? Play you remind me of my Jeep. I'm playing it. I'm gonna see how long they let me stay on this jump. Everybody have to go and drop this link on New R. Kelly page right now. I was fixing it. I don't found the button on here. Alright, I think I started back up now. It's a lot of work trying to get this YouTube and Facebook streaming at the same damn time. Hey Sabrina, how you doing? English, y'all. Okay. Thank you, Quan. Oh yeah, I pretty much figured out. I don't really think you can block people on her. I just think you could make it so they can't comment on your shit. Cause I done muted quite a few people, and I realized that after a while they come back and delete their comment, so they still have to be able to see my channel. In my opinion. Good night, Janet Morgan. What is this sound? Thank you, Christina. Happy belated birthday to you too. All right, y'all. So every time I try to bring Kevin on my live, which is who I wanted to have a conversation with tonight about his perspective on the rally, but it's just not working for me. And it's starting to frustrate me. I don't know why I keep cutting off, but this some bullshit. I hate typing with these nails sometimes. It's crazy though. Hey sis, how you doing? Y'all gonna have to excuse me. Still trying to get this up. Look, it's gonna kick me off once again. Alright, check this. Let's just go to what caught my eye for today while I'm waiting. This right here. I'm gonna reboot my phone to see if I can get Kevin on here. But in the meantime, let's talk about this post I seen today. And I'm just confused why now this person who has been referred to as Bubba by Geronda Pace this whole time has picked now to come out and speak on behalf of R. Kelly. Why now? Why can't you be the one to come forth and shed light to the fact that you were dating her at the time and clarify this age discrepancy? Just makes no sense to me. And somebody that was at the court told me that they saw him there, real low key. So again, my thing is, you have seen this man being put on trial in the public display, and you have seen him being ostracized by everyone, and you have stood by and said nothing. Okay, let me try to get this live back up one more time before I be like, get that. You know, I ain't no hater. You know, I see everybody doing their little thing. That's what's up. You know, somebody once inspired me. So it's all cool. Oh, and by the way, somebody made this poster one of my pictures. I appreciate that. You know, just like I appreciate those that contribute to my Snapchat. You know, it's all greatly appreciated. At the end of the day, I think I responded to all the birthday wishes. I do appreciate those. Um, As far as the house arrest, as far as I've been told, that has not been confirmed yet. So you know my style. I'm not one to run with the gossip and speculation. I'm just here for the facts. When somebody does actually confirm it, I will too. But he does have another court appearance coming up, so I don't know, unless they're psychic, how they would know he's getting house arrest. My birthday was September 3rd, the same day as the rally. So that that made my night. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the music shortly. I want to see if I can get Kevin on here. See what this finna do. All right. You said play what now? Hold up. Your birthday is Wednesday. Well, happy birthday to you. Thank you, Cicely. I still wanna do a live with you too, ma'am. I sure will play 12 play. Hey sis. I was trying to speak while ago. I don't know if you heard me. I don't know what was going on. I'm telling you, sis, they don't know about this one. I'm telling you, I think the devil in here every time this shit breathes. Thank you, thank you. She said that's before my time. Yeah, yeah, it really is. You know, I'm a old soul. My aunties, all them, this type of music they grew up on. Like when I first started listening to R. Kelly, I was introduced to the Isley Brothers. You know, the feel good music. So people gonna have to miss me with all that mute R. Kelly shit. I ain't mute shit. Shit. So the main topic was the rally. What was y'all's input on what y'all saw? I wanted to bring on Kevin, who also helped Dana J with the rally, give his perspective. Um, as I said earlier in the video, the main reason I wanted to jump on live is because, like I've said before, you know, when I pre-record my videos, and I look through my comments and I get to seeing people saying certain things, I just be ready to do a live because I won't see that same energy when I'm live and I can respond to your motherfucking ass right then. So the thing that bothered me was the negativity in a comment like the rally was a bust, um it wasn't that many people at the party and blase blase. But at the end of the day, what did you expect? Like, this was a peaceful event. It was meant to show support. I don't know if you thought people were just going to be jumping up and down on cars, busting windows, rioting, whatever y'all thought. Like, what I saw was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. The people that put their hard-earned money and time into putting that together did an awesome job. I don't care if one but two people in there. Nobody that didn't put a dime or a piece of energy into putting it together should jump on the internet and minimize the efforts that was put to put that together. It was that was that was absolutely crazy when the lights started flickering in the jail. Like it was almost like a deja vu. If y'all remember the video where Yandy, the girl from Love and Hip Hop, she was and what's funny about this whole thing, you know what? You know what? That same Tia Ewing chick that has put a whole lot of bad publicity on R. Kelly was with Yandy, the girl from Love and Hip Hop, and they did this same thing. They went to the prisons, and I did a video on it. You can go on my channel, and I basically titled it something about Love and Hip Hop star Yandy, but you can go back and watch the same setup in which they're out there peacefully protesting, and then the lights flicker from the inmates, and then shit went left because people start trying to bum rush the federal building. And that's something that Tia Ewing didn't tell the public. Just another part of her janky ass reporting. She wanted to get us, and I was a little bit upset myself when I seen the footage. But then when I realized that the way they carried out the protest was the reason why they ended up getting pepper sprayed. Well, it's kind of like they set themselves up for a downfall. But anyways, I got distracted. That was just real deja vu when I just seen the lights flicker, and I don't know, it just really touched me. It really touched my spirit. Real did. Hey, Scoot. I mean, from what I've heard, it was a nice group of people. Like, I don't. Some people just feel like every party needs to be packed, or because it's a celebrity name around it, it should have been like a concert or some shit like that. I feel like the level of support is only gonna grow as the truth is being spread. Instead of people wasting time bickering amongst each other, you could just put that same energy into getting the truth out there so that those numbers that some of these people are so worried about will flourish and grow. But as long as people keep feeding into the false narrative surrounding this R. Kelly case, and as long as people don't realize how they could be affected by this, the more I feel like it's just going to be a downfall for everybody in the future. Like, I'm going to give you a perfect example of how this can affect everyday men. When I seen the protest and I heard them say, women lie too, our sons matter, protect our sons, when I hear them saying all these things, I think about the fact that it's nothing for a person to make an allegation against somebody. And yes, people should take allegations seriously. But upon investigating said allegations, if they are found to be bullshit, I feel like those people making false allegations should be penalized. Like right now, I know somebody being falsely accused of sexual harassment, for example. These people got shit fucked up if they don't think I'm gonna fix this whole situation. But the fact remains, if people are not gonna be willing to stand up when this shit happens in our everyday life, what does that say for our future generations? They only go by hearsay. You know, I might do another video because I'm just so motherfucking tired of this Aaliyah shit. And it's just crazy that when people who hate R. Kelly have absolutely nothing else to turn to, nothing else to say, that's going to be their number one go-to. And you know what my number one go-to is going to be? Well, if y'all got all this motherfucking proof like you say, and they had this so-called marriage annulled, why wasn't there any prosecution at the time? Why would you wait all these years till this woman is dead and gone to now want to tarnish her brand and keep painting her as a victim? When anybody with fucking eyes can see those little piece of papers that they got floating around is some bullshit. Now, if y'all still stuck on stupid, let me elaborate for y'all. Dream Hampton. Dream Hampton used to work for Vibe magazine. Vibe magazine is the same magazine that published the R. Kelly and Aaliyah marriage certificate. Dream Hampton is the same person that produced Surviving R. Kelly. Motherfucker, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. They've been putting this shit into place for years and years and years. And the fact is, they just feeding off of people's emotions that the truth is being swept under the rug. People can pull up multiple videos of this lady saying she was never married to this man. People can pull up multiple videos confirming that this girl's family was always traveling with her, her brother, her mother, her dad. One of these people were always with her. So why is it people are so ready to grasp hold to this fake ass story of this weird looking ass man talking about, I done snuck this girl to do this and do this, and of all places you went and got a motherfucking state ID from the welfare office? When they start doing that shit? When? Now, if you ask me, what I think they did is, instead of doing all this to get a fake ID so that Aaliyah can get married, what they really did was go get some fake documents because they already knew R. Kelly's mental capacity. Show him this little piece of paper. The details ain't for me to sit here and try to figure out. But common sense tells me some of y'all need to let that story go. Just let it the fuck go. Exactly, sis. And, I'm pretty sure we all know women that are, or girls that were 16, 17, 15, lying about their age. But what I think is, again, they intentionally withheld Aaliyah's age from the public until after this so-called a marriage went down. When she was first introduced, people knew she was young. And even though they had behind the scenes music of them talking and corresponding, how many of y'all saw half of that behind the scene footage at the time? The only time this girl came out and publicly declared her age was when she was 16, when she was getting ready for her 16th birthday party. And you can pull up the video for that. So if she got married when she was 15 and she was being anonymous with her age, just think about that. And then also think about the fact that it's a great number of these celebrity marriages that are set up, real or fake. You see a lot of people doing a lot of things for publicity. Getting married, getting a divorce, cheating, drugs, jail, whatever it is. You see a lot of people doing a lot of things for publicity. So when people come to me and say stuff like, well, in this one interview, they were dressed alike. Man, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. If they sitting here trying to market the hottest R&B artist with the next up and coming R&B artist, is it really that strange what they were really doing? Or is it strange that y'all sit here and let rumors fuel y'all's imaginations to then go back to all these interviews and start picking out little weird ass shit that don't even make sense? And since we're talking about it, I find it odd that Dame Dash gonna have the nerve to sit up and say, "Oh, I ain't want to have nothing to do with R. Kelly. I was only in that one video." Did he say he was in that one? I don't know whether he said he was in that one video, but I know for a fact he said he wasn't rocking with R. Kelly that well. And it's mighty funny. I done counted 3 videos definitely with Damon Dash in there. Alright. Now, let's go back a stroll in memory lane. In 1999, Jay-Z was dating Aaliyah. In 2002, 2004, I'm going to have to look at the date. It's not at the top of my head, excuse me. But whenever they did the Best of Worlds tour, what year was that? Now, you going to tell me that Jay-Z was dating Aaliyah in 1999, but he was oblivious to anything that may or may not have went on with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. On top of that, Aaliyah moves on from Jay-Z to Dame Dash. And Dame Dash wanna paint the narrative that Aaliyah told him that R. Kelly is such a bad man. You know, I pulled up another interview, which I'll do on my video with Dame Dash, in which he specifically said years ago he used to try to pressure Aaliyah into talking about R. Kelly. But Aaliyah did not want to talk about R. Kelly. So now, in today's Me Too movement, now he want to come up and say Aaliyah said he was a bad man. That don't make no sense. Exactly. And that's another thing, people acting slow. They did not go to their closet and pick out nothing that they had on. All these celebrities had stylists to dress them. It's just crazy the level of ignorance that's out here in the world that are ready to just believe any fucking thing they hear. I don't guess they want me to talk tonight. Because it just keep cutting me off. Why can't I talk? But yeah, back to what I was saying. Um, yeah, um as far as Jay-Z helping R. Kelly out, let me put this on y'all mind since we're talking about it. How old was Lil' Kim when she came out? How old was Foxy Brown when she came out? Cause it's a well-known fact that these young women were frequently around these older men, and it just would make you wonder why only specific individuals are being targeted. Now, Foxy came out with a song, and even though to this day she want to try to backpedal her way out of it, her exact words were, first they said I fucked Nas, then they said it was AZ, the real nigga was Jay-Z. But y'all won't sit here and tell me Jay-Z was not sleeping with Foxy Brown. And hypothetically, let's say that was a publicity stunt. She was just doing that, as they say, for clout now. Why the fuck didn't he get the allegations, the questions? It don't make sense to me. You got Malik Yoba just come out on his public platform and talk about the fact that he is attracted to transgender women. But the real fact is he's just trying to get ahead of the fact that he's been soliciting from underage transgender women. Now, isn't it odd how certain people are allowed to flip this narrative when they have been publicly exposed or publicly caught doing something? Now, I already pointed out the fact that since we always talking about Aaliyah, that the same person that brought you Surviving R. Kelly brought you the Aaliyah marriage certificate. Now, if y'all don't sit here and just pay attention, then on top of that, you got the so-called star witnesses getting on their platform talking about, I tried to press charges, however, prosecutor Kim Fox would not take my complaint. And then she come back later talking about, I made a complaint back in 2010. They took my shirt and gave it back to me. Wait a minute. They took your shirt, took it as evidence, but gave it back to you. And y'all telling me now that this is supposed to be the same evidence being held against him 9 years later. Like, this whole case just got holes all up and through this motherfucker. So if you ask my opinion on just a little common sense, because like I said, I don't have a confirmation on this house arrest thing, but just my common fucking sense. How much longer do y'all think they're going to be able to hold this man like they're holding him and still have not presented any evidence? Or let me take that back. Limited evidence. They provided a little evidence, but limited evidence. And then I saw the article in which it said that his trial was going to be April 2020. Well, if y'all were paying attention to Epstein's case, then you would have realized his court date was in 2020. So, I don't know, call me crazy, but I pretty much came to the conclusion it was going to be about the same for R. Kelly. And to hint about the house arrest, that's something that Epstein's attorneys were requesting. But let's put this in a great perspective. The difference between Epstein and R. Kelly is Epstein is a convicted sexual predator. He has been a convicted predator for over a decade. R. Kelly is not. R. Kelly has had 20 years worth of allegations. Majority of them have been investigated and dismissed. Yes, he has done plenty of out-of-court settlements, whether it was through him firsthand or somebody such as his managers handling his finances. Either way, you would think that if a person does sue a person or take a settlement, they will not come back when they need more money or it's going to fit their agenda and try to prosecute a man when they've been paid. And then on top of that, not only that, one of these charges y'all got is, oh, R. Kelly paid off one of his victims. Well, my problem with that is they got too many bankruptcies on their record to have accepted $2 million. Like, shit. What the fuck? It is crazy for people to just, again, take the narrative some people told them and believe it to be true. Because, hypothetically speaking, what is the difference in paying off a victim and having an attorney solicit multiple clients and target an individual to reach settlements out of court? And you don't have just one attorney doing it. You've had Susan Logan, who have targeted him since the Tiffany Hawkins situation. Explain to me why three women go to the same attorney to get a settlement out of R. Kelly, and these same women are going to be used in a federal indictment to hold this man in jail. And then they over here talking about how R. Kelly makes these women call him daddy. I'm from the South. Do you know how many people call their significant other daddy? Like, that's just common slang around here for a lot of significant others. White, black, it really don't matter. I hear that all the time. Me mom, my mom, paw, like that's just what it is. Like, that's never been a forcible thing. And then when you get text messages leaking from the alleged victims and the conversations which they're referencing having to call him daddy, they clearly don't have an issue with doing so. So I don't like how they put this shit on mainstream, like, oh, he's forcing me to call him daddy. Like, that's crazy. Because apparently I can't get Kevin on my live. So I'm going to see if I can show his page. And then y'all want to charge R. Kelly with, was it distributing porn? I'm going to have to look up the exact charge. But either way it go, you going to charge R. Kelly with the fact that people stole a sex tape, manipulated some facts about it, came and told y'all they got paid to retrieve this tape, took this tape over here, gave this tape to this person. As a result of all their actions, that tape was then produced and sold throughout the whole fucking world. And the person y'all want to charge for this crime And all these people be in my inbox talking about, I saw the sex tape. Yeah, I saw the sex tape. Well, guess what? Guess what? If you saw the sex tape, whoever you got that tape from broke the law, allegedly, because it's allegedly child porn. And they're charging R. Kelly with having, moving, picking up, having anything to do with child porn. So anybody involved with that tape, child porn. That's funny. Okay, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna stroll on over to Kevin page. And jump off of my live. So I'm finna get off my live and I'm finna go on Kevin's page. But I'm still streaming on YouTube. I just can't do all this at the same time. It's too much. So you can get on my YouTube channel if you just want to tap into the conversation. Have a good night.
Y'all name. Y'all can do all that internet beefing and all that taking shit and all that shit. I ain't with none of that. I catch motherfucking flights. For real. It's not a game. So I say it again. I rock my own boat. I do my own shit. I ain't got no beef with no motherfucker. Wish the motherfucker would bring that beef. If they do bring that beef, you in for a rude awakening. Especially this motherfucker. And I promise you this here. I will shut some shit down if you think it can't get shut down. I'm just saying. Just gonna keep it 100. I just sometimes don't like to go into my old ways and my old connections and people that I know that know me, because everybody know I'm a humble dude. And people know I make phone calls.
So, I'm tuning in. Looks like he's been on here for a minute, but I just got wind to a little bit of friction, and he just was talking about he basically doesn't want any other drama. Apparently, there's a lot of miscommunication going on about the rally, so that was why I wanted to come on here to give him an opportunity to state his piece.
Again, I'm my own person. I always did my own thing. I don't need nobody because somebody knows somebody. I don't need nobody because I am some motherfucking body. Just want you to know. In case a motherfucker forgot. I'm good on the seatbelt. Kind of flexing a little bit because I am that nigga. Trust me. I just be on some cool, laid back shit. You know what I realize is motherfuckers will take your kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will take your niceness for granted. You know, and let it be known I'm not that motherfucker. Nah, that. So I don't want nobody inboxing me about no other motherfucker unless it's about doing some positive shit and some good shit. That's it. That's all that negative shit. I don't have time for that. Because I realize how the fuck the enemy works. The enemy works through motherfucking people. And when you see the enemy working through people, you gotta shut that shit down. So I'm shutting it down before it even get to a whole other level. And if it don't get shut down, I shut it down again. And then it's gonna get personal and it's gonna get done another way. Because I won't stop and I won't quit. I promise you, thank you, Lord. This is not that one. I'm not that dude. I am that dude, but I'm not that dude. Now, no fans, Kevin's fans, this fans. This is the have fun page. This is the entertaining page. This is the love of God page. This is the real talk page. This is I fuck with you, you fuck with me page. This is let's keep it real page. This ain't the phony page. This ain't the just say shit to get motherfuckers to rock with me page. I just speak how the fuck I feel. Set to reject because I have a right. I'm an exercise going up for a right. Okay? That's what I want to make clear to everybody. Every motherfucking body. If you think it's just on this side, I'm gonna show you this motherfucking sound. It ain't no shit over here. None of that. None of that. That order. And that order right there. Now, right to the regular scheduled program. I love you all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me for whatever it is. And I hope you continue to rock with me every moment, every fucking day, every time I give them a love. That's it. That's all. You know, I don't do movies because I don't believe in none of that shit. I never do movies. I just do real motherfuckers. You ain't no real motherfucker, you ain't the motherfucker that should be fucking with me. Especially on this phase. I'm just keeping it on and keeping it right and fake.
Alright. So from what I gather, hmm, from what I gather, it's just a lot of unnecessary drama going around, and it can be a little agitating, which is why, again, I just try to stay with the facts. It's very easy to be misled when you're chasing other things. But back to the rally, the one thing that also stood out to me that really touched my spirit was I saw this lady, she had a sign and it had Emmett Till on there. And if some of you don't know, I don't know how you would know, but I know some people don't know the story about Emmett Till, and he was a young little boy accused of whistling at a white woman, and this little boy was mutilated, beaten, and murdered. And sadly, after this fact, after years and years and years, when this lady's damn near dead, then she wants to tell people she lied. Then she wants to tell people she's lied. Our sons could be next, hit home to me. Because we see this all the time. So when I decided to stand up for R. Kelly, it was not just for R. Kelly. I saw the bigger picture. And this was just, for me, the last draw to push me out of my comfort zone. It's not easy for a woman who has been in similar situations, who has been sexually abused, to even speak on the topic and to read some of the comments, and for people to come with such hate. You don't fucking know me. Maybe it sounds good to some of them saying, oh, you support a pedophile. oh this, oh that, oh that. But guess what? Every man has rights. And you know what? When I think about today's climate, I think about that Danny Glover song, This Is America. Because that song is what it is. It's just tragic. The things our people witness and still be complacent. This guy here, this was crazy. He goes off with his friends and ends up murdered. Seems like certain people's fate here in America is dim. And it is really fucking sad that when people want to start dishing out their opinions about this R. Kelly case, again, everything they have to say is unmerited or coming from a pathological liar. You have Sparkle, who lied about being married, lied about dating R. Kelly, saying that it's her niece in this sex tape. You got her lying about how she was brought into viewing the sex tape. It's just too much. You got this music critic who devotes his whole life stalking R. Kelly, keeping in contact with every woman that has reached a settlement with R. Kelly. And I believe he's gotten this information from Susan Logan, of course. From there, he heard about Geronda Pace. So is it clear why Geronda Pace was used in Surviving R. Kelly? At the time of filming, she was the only alleged minor willing to participate in this docuseries. And according to these people, R. Kelly is such a pedophile, but the only fucking victim you can get admits she lied about her age, telling him she was 19. Multiple people have stated the fact that R. Kelly IDs all women multiple times. So either one or two things. You lied about your age, or you had a fake ID. But even if you lied about your age, at some point, somebody's going to check your ID. And if you go back to Geronda Pace's original story, she once told you that her and her friend went to a R. Kelly party after being friended from Bubba, the guy earlier in the live, and he invited them to the party, and she left because it was so noisy. But the truth is, I believe she left because she didn't have her fake ID. And then she tells us at some point she ends up having oral sex with him thinking she's 19. Then she comes back and say, well, I then told him my real age. So you're telling us that you waited till after you had sex with him and told him your real age. And we're supposed to believe that. Oh yes, I love that. Real eyes, real eyes, real eyes, real eyes. I'm sorry. So this whole time I've been talking, I gotta get better with this. Y'all don't have to excuse me, but it'd be hard to stay with my thoughts and read comments. But I just found a troll. So bitch, bye. Fuck out of here. And aha, aha, aha. I knew I forgot something. You know what? Let's just get with it. Let's just get with it since we talking about Sparkle. Damn it. She told the public on Surviving R. Kelly, on The Breakfast Club, on anybody that gave her the platform that um she was released from her contract because I don't even, it was something crazy. But the truth of the matter is, oh, she said she walked away from her contract. Well, the truth of the matter is, Sparkle was dropped from her label. And if you don't know, Sparkle was signed to R. Kelly's label. And his label is Rockland Records. So when I get to that video, I'm going to break down why people keep sitting over here coming at my channel talking about R. Kelly signed over all his rights and all this other stupid shit. Motherfucker, just please, just do a little fact checking first. Because in 1998, R. Kelly established his own record label. He had his own publishing into play. So y'all gonna have to excuse the fuck out of me if I'm not finna sit here and believe that he don't have some of his publishing. But anyways, Sparkle was dropped from the label for refusing to show up to work unless her boyfriend Steve Huff was allowed to work on her next project. So, the boyfriend that was in public announcement was wanting to produce her next album. R. Kelly said no, he's producing it. She had a problem with it. Do we see a little bit of motive? Later, Sparkle was released for good and she went to Motown to record her album. And we see how that went for her. And as you can see, the parents and the girls admitted it was not her in the tape. Now, after Kelly refused to work with Sparkle, she then claimed it was her niece in the sex tape. And do y'all see this familiar face? Who is that? Oh, oh, it's her. Yes. The girl that said she saw Aaliyah having sex with R. Kelly in the back of a tour bus. But what's funny about that story is she just took Sparkle's boyfriend's story. You remember, he told us that he's, no. Somebody else told us that that's the reason why he left the group is because he saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah. So I guess Miss Javonta felt like that's going to be her story. And then here come Miss Sparkle telling people now, oh, she doesn't know the people involved with showing her this sex tape. But long time ago, she told us it was a man by the name of William Buddy Myers. But the gag is, he told us she a goddamn lie. He ain't showed her no motherfucking tape. You wanna know why? 'Cause as an attorney, he know that shit is illegal. So any attorney sitting over here holding on to a tape, Michael Avenatti, motherfucker, you just as guilty. I got a video coming for Kamala Harris, for John Legend, for Joycelyn. This plot just thickens. So, as far as the first person to file a claim against R. Kelly, since I noticed she has come back into the limelight, is Tiffany Hawkins. Tiffany Hawkins, they will conveniently leave out, sued R. Kelly, right? But they forgot that R. Kelly sued her because she was out here lying, talking about he was her baby daddy. Okay? So, I'll just wait and see how that plays out. It's just funny. These people, they done brought and dug out these little ditches to try to bury R. Kelly. But they might well throw them back in the ditch and throw the dirt back on them, because it ain't gonna work. Look at this shit right here. Just a quick search. Now, to the left, you will see what looks to be Ariana Grande. Now, Ariana Grande, to my knowledge, does not have a sex tape. But what you see here is something somebody created and imposed her face on another woman's body and sold that to this little celebrity site. Because if some of you don't know, somebody told me about this little site where it specializes specifically in celebrity porn. So, like I've told people numerous times, if you ask me about this sex tape, I don't feel like it's child porn. I feel like it's just a sex tape. And the original plot was to extort him with just that alone. I feel like the underage minor thing came into play when somebody such as Sparkle was needed to help concoct this whole plan. As far as the checks and court papers from Geronda, I believe the signatures were from Daryl McDavid. That's just what I believe. So, excuse me, getting a little sleepy over here. Another point I wanted to bring up. Lifetime had the audacity to focus on R. Kelly. Meanwhile, this man, Bob Iger, has his own child molestation allegations, his own arrest record for that. So I just don't understand why people don't see how when certain people get caught doing things, other people are used as a distraction. Cicely, I could definitely use you as moderator because I could definitely use some help. So, another thing that has just been throwing me off was the hypocrisy surrounding this whole case. You got all these people who have publicly dated teenagers. Nobody called them out. Nobody. Do you know how many people laughed at Tiger? But who did anything about the fact that he was dating this little girl? Do y'all recall when Charlie Sheen had the audacity to get in front of a national camera and say he was HIV positive? Meanwhile, that whole year, he spent every opportunity in front of the camera winning, 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 just having sex with any and everybody. Had prostitutes everywhere. He called them what? The Charlie's Angels? But didn't nobody say this fool had no cult? Didn't nobody say lock him up? And that's a fucking man. Now that's definitely a crime to be having sex with people when you know you have HIV. Then you got Trump, our good old president of the United States. Right before he gets elected, he had the big scandal of grab her by the pee. What'd they do? They elected this man president. Oh, by the way, he has multiple allegations pending against him. Everybody knows about Harvey Weinstein and Matt Lawyer, Bill O'Reilly, of course. And just think, all these people who have once accused Bill Cosby are now recanting their statements. So if you ask me, they need to lock all them hoes up, including Janice Dickinson. And I almost said I used to like her, but nope, nope, nope. I never liked her funky ass attitude. Never. I used to love America's Next Top Model, but I hated when Tyra Banks put that bitch on her. And I'm just a keen believer, you could pick up on people's vibrations. And her spirit just was always ugly to me. And when I first seen that article that came out yesterday, I think, or it might have been today, where she's on there talking about she just came out on this Bill Cosby train to sell her book. And then you look around and you see all these goddamn surviving R. Kelly people selling their books, selling tours. Exactly, Cicely. That's what I was talking about earlier. That they have it documented where Malik Yoba was dealing with underage trans women. And I saw another trans woman address that topic with this. People are so quick to say, oh, I'm going to embrace him. I'm going to embrace him. Okay, it's cool to have love for your brother because they're coming out, But at the same time, as a woman, I have to look at it like this. Think about all those women this man has slept with and has been sleeping with little boys and other men. That's crazy to me. Like, and it's just crazy to me how people don't have that much common sense that they don't see that should have been something not even necessary to explain. And when I sit here and when I first heard his speech talking about how society is making men afraid and making them over masculine. What the fuck world is you in? God damn it, every time I go down the street, I see some little boy in some tight ass pants, some motherfucking man bag, some shit that look real feminine. Like, I don't know what the fuck he be looking at, but the way I see it, the way these men are becoming, it's a little bit too feminine around here. I don't get that shit. So, I don't know. I don't agree with this shit at all. I don't agree with no man that done sat around his whole motherfucking life, 40, 50 years, and then all of a sudden you want to come out and say, I'm attracted to both sexes. I'm attracted to this. I'm attracted to that. What I will respect is the person who's up front with it from the jump, because you're not manipulating and playing with innocent people's emotions while you're trying to figure yourself out. But oh yeah, go back and look at the things that Charlie Sheen had to say when he was winning. And look how quickly they swept his shit under the rug. And look how quickly they tried to get ahead of the story. They real quickly found out that he was about to get blasted publicly for having HIV, and he was about to get sued. So instead of letting this person do that first, which is what these surviving R. Kelly people did, try to get in front of the press, he did an interview and so-called exposed himself. But he fucking lied, trying to make it seem like all his partners were aware of his status. But he was lying. At the end of the day, they still haven't charged him with nothing. Judy Lewis. This is an old throwback actress. People knew that this woman was a product of rape. People knew this. They didn't care. What did they do to Clark Gable? Nothing. Elvis, what did they do? Nothing. They don't care about pedophilia. They just want to make certain individuals appear to fit this narrative. You can even go back to the beginning. Geronda Pace, stalking. And look at him. He looking like, bitch, you don't get out of my face. That looks worried. He looks concerned. Where is security? I think we need to put them up on trial too. Because this shit, no, it's too close. Sun Times. They've built quite a lot off of R. Kelly. Every time you turn around, R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. More coverage. As you can see, they did a lot of coverage for R. Kelly. And then when R. Kelly tried to defend himself and put out his version of events and debunk the lies, or when somebody came out with the page, whoever came out with the page, they immediately shut it down for harassment. But I don't understand how it's harassment to state the facts as you know them when other people have been solicited and compensated to regurgitate lies. Just a little preview glimpse of what I have in store for Kamala Harris, just in case some of you are planning to vote for her this election. I would rethink that. Because she's part of this whole time's up agenda too. So I wouldn't be so quick to link up with nothing she has going. Then like this, for example, this will be the last, because I'm getting a little bit tired. I have to work in the morning, but I could just sit here and talk all night about this case and about all this bullshit. But the last thing I'm going to just touch on, because as I told y'all, the next video I'm going to do, which I'll try to have up by the end of this week, is going to be on Barry Hankerson. But just to touch up on Lanita Carter, I'm confused how this lady is being held in this indictment when she is well over the age and she's way past her statute of limitations. And because they knew this, they did something that Gloria Allred is famous for doing. They went to the press. If you haven't noticed, that is what all these attorneys are infamous for. Susan Logan, Michael Avenatti, all of them. Gloria Allred, all of them. And just a little side note, so R. Kelly was signed with Sony, right? So Sony owns CBS, right? Are we really still questioning this Gayle King interview? Somebody asked me that earlier. I forgot to say it. But yeah, somebody real life don't understand why a lot of this propaganda is being spewed from CBS. Well, look at the connection. The connection for CBS is Sony Entertainment. So Lanita is past her statute of limitations. She has the nerve to say R. Kelly wrote a song about her. Girl, bye. Bye. I listened to that song. No, it's not about you. It is not. It is not. But what's interesting is her past and the story she chose to run with. So her past tells her she's a proud, let's say, cucumber swallower. But she wants to tell us that R. Kelly was trying to force her to give him fellatio and end up spitting on her. This incident happened in 2003. Now, clearly, an adult must report an attack to law enforcement within 3 years of its occurrence for it to be prosecuted. So, what are we talking about with this lady? She has no case at all. Then you got, I lied. I said I was done. I told y'all I could just do this all night. But then you got Heather Williams, who did everything in her power. No, I don't want to go to the police. No, I don't want to go to the police. I want to sue him. I want to sue him. So after the docuseries airs, then you get this lawsuit going. But the people gonna tell us R. Kelly has a charge of paying off victims. But they're gonna keep allowing these accusers to keep coming at him for money. You got Geronda Pace, who came for him not once, not twice, but 3 times. She mad because her mother blew whatever she got in the beginning. And from what I read, it looked to be $1.5 million. So I don't understand. Okay. Last thing for real this time. Then I'm gonna let y'all go on to bed because it's getting late. That's like this picture right here to the left. Y'all remember if y'all watched the Surviving R. Kelly docu-series. They showed this photo. But the gag is they're showing this photo talking about Sparkle's niece, but that ain't Sparkle's niece. It's this lady at the top right, whose name is Benita Edwards. So it should tell you all a lot if they can't even give you correct photos to align with these stories they're telling you. oddly, the savages want their child so badly, they're interrupting press conferences and yet have still failed to get their daughter back. What are they going to tell the public now? Why have they not come home yet? And of course, this radio station, shout out to Talk 106.7 for calling out the mutant known as Kenyatta Barnes. But I wish my live would have went a little bit better. It defeated the purpose in me going live, but hey, I wasn't gonna just sit here and not spill a little bit of tea while I was on here. Maybe I can get these kinks worked out as I continue to do this. I hope you all have a great night. Again, I appreciate everybody that has tuned in, that supports the channel, that sent me birthday shout outs, that are keeping positive vibes going, because the one thing I want to say in closing is people just fail to realize that, it takes a lot. For me personally, I deal with bipolar depression, so for me to step outside my comfort zone and do these videos and speak from my heart with the passion that I have, it's a little bit nerve wracking at times. But I do enjoy it, and I do appreciate all y'all. Have a great night.